Welcome to the Host with Confidence podcast. I'm Becky Guzak, here to empower the hesitant host to entertain with confidence and ease. I'll be sharing stories, strategies, and inspiration on how to take out the stress and boost up the joy of welcoming guests into your home. Okay, let's get started. Welcome. I am thrilled you're here, especially with Labor Day just around the corner. It's the perfect opportunity to bring together family and friends for one last summer hurrah. Whether you're thinking about a laid-back backyard barbecue, a picnic at the park, or a cozy indoor get-together, Labor Day is all about enjoying good company and making the most of the season. But if the idea of hosting feels a bit daunting, you're not alone. It's completely normal to feel a little overwhelmed. So let's simplify things and walk through the process so you can plan a fun and stress-free Labor Day gathering. After all, the whole point is to relax and enjoy, not to labor over the details. The first thing to keep in mind when you're planning a gathering is mindset. It's easy to get caught up in the details and start worrying about whether everything will be perfect. But here's the truth. Your guests aren't coming to judge, they're coming to spend time with you. The heart of any great gathering is the connection and joy it brings, not whether your space or menu is flawless. Start by thinking about the size of your gathering. If you're feeling a little hesitant, maybe keep it small. A cozy group of close friends or family can be just as meaningful, if not more so, than a big crowd. Plus, smaller gatherings often allow for more intimate conversations and connections, which can make the event feel even more special. When it comes to the menu, simplicity is your friend. Labor Day is all about relaxed, easygoing fun, so don't stress over putting together an elaborate spread. Think classic barbecue food like burgers, hot dogs, and grilled veggies. Or, if cooking feels like too much, consider making it a potluck where everyone brings a dish. Not only does this lighten your load, but it also adds variety to the meal and gets your guests involved. If you want to add a little more flair to the menu, consider incorporating some summer favorites that are easy to prepare ahead of time. Dishes like corn on the cob, a watermelon salad, or simple pasta salad can be made days in advance and served cold or at room temperature. These kind of dishes not only taste great, but can free up your time the day of the event. Next, let's talk about organization. A little planning can go a long way in keeping your stress levels down. Create a simple timeline leading up to the gathering so you know what needs to get done and when. This will help you stay on track and avoid any last-minute freakouts. And don't be afraid to ask for help, whether it's having a friend bring a side dish or asking a family member to help set up. People usually love to pitch in. And it makes the gathering feel more like a team effort. Also, think about how you want the day to flow. Are there any activities or games you'd like to include? Maybe a casual cornhole tournament or a simple scavenger hunt for the kids. These little touches can add a lot of fun to the day without requiring too much extra work on your part. Just a little bit of structure can help keep things lively and engaging. Now, let's get into some practical tips for hosting your Labor Day gathering. First, think about your space. Whether you're hosting indoors or outdoors, consider how people will move around and where they'll hang out. Set up different areas for food, drinks, and seating to encourage mingling and make it easy for guests to help themselves. If you're outside, make sure there's plenty of shade and maybe toss out a few blankets or cushions for extra seating. For drinks, keep it simple with a few options. Maybe some iced tea, sparkling waters, beer and wine. And if you want to add a fun twist, why not whip up a signature cocktail or mocktail? Or a pitcher of summer sangria. If you're feeling adventurous, you could set up a DIY drink station where guests can mix their own beverages. Just provide a few different mixers, garnishes, and perhaps a couple of base spirits or non-alcoholic options, and let your guests get creative. It's a fun way to involve everyone and take some of the pressure off you as the host. As for the food, grilling is a classic Labor Day activity. If you're up for it, go ahead and fire up the grill. But if that feels like too much work, don't sweat it. Ordering pizza or picking up some pre-made dishes from your favorite local spot is totally fine. The goal here is to enjoy the day, not stress over the menu. One thing to keep in mind with grilling is timing. If you're planning to grill, it might be helpful to stagger when the food comes off the grill, so there's always something fresh and hot for your guests. This also keeps you from having to grill everything at once, which can be overwhelming. Consider having a few cold or room temperature dishes ready as well, so there's something for everyone to nibble on throughout the party. Finally, let's talk about creating the right vibe. Labor Day is about kicking back and having a good time. So keep things casual and comfortable. Maybe string lights, lanterns, or even just a few candles can add a warm, inviting glow as the evening rolls on. And setting up a playlist for your favorite tunes ahead of time can help set the mood. Don't forget to think about seating. If you're outdoors, consider a mix of chairs, benches, and even some floor cushions or picnic blankets for a relaxed, bohemian feel. The idea is to create a space where people feel comfortable enough to settle in and stay a while. And if you have the space, setting up a few different seating areas can encourage guests to move around and mingle. As we wrap up today's episode, I hope you're feeling inspired and ready to host your own Labor Day gathering. Remember, the key to a great event is focusing on the connections you're making, not on trying to make everything perfect. Whether you're grilling in the backyard, picnicking in the park, or just hanging out indoors with friends, what matters most is the time spent together. Thanks for tuning into this episode of the Host with Confidence podcast. If you have any questions, topic suggestions, or stories to share, I'd love to hear from you. Please email hostwithconfidence@gmail.com or check out our website at hostwithconfidencepodcast.com. Okay, I hope this episode gives you the boost you need to host a Labor Day gathering with confidence and ease. Until next time, happy hosting. Thank you for tuning into this episode of the Host with Confidence podcast. I hope you found inspiration and valuable insights to help you along your hosting journey. Please remember that the key to hosting with confidence is all about embracing your unique style, having a plan, and enjoying the process alongside your guests. If you like this episode, please subscribe, rate, and review on your favorite platform. Your feedback and support are greatly appreciated and helps us build a stronger community.
Cheers.